Hello and welcome. My name is Renee Thomas with Sockeye Consulting, and today we're going to be taking a closer look at Sage Construction Management's procurement feature. As you can see on your screen, we have entered the as you can see on your screen, we have entered the procurement overview section. So within this section, you'll see any prerequisites. So if there's anything missing on any of your project directory items, or job costs, codes, or approved prime contracts, all of that will appear here with totals that you can hyperlink to those items and kind of check out what's going on. You also have your pending and approved transaction value. So you can see kind of where your costs are being associated and a roundabout number of how much you're spending in each of those areas. You also have your procurement stats. So for this particular project, it has your approved total, how many of those items are approved within those, and if there have been anything new in the last 7 days or updated in the last 7 days. Up here, you have some related functions to your procurement. So one of the first features I'll show you is creating bills from a PDF or image. So for POs or bills from subcontractors, you'll be able to drag and drop those files here, and it'll process them and turn them into bills in the system, which will speed up a lot of data entry kind of items for your team, and particularly the administrative side of things. You also have a procurement calendar, so anything with dated items will get added to this calendar, whether it's a due date of something you can put in, obviously, anytime a bill is due in terms of what their billing cycle is or what their agreed upon terms are. So that's helpful in tracking when you have to pay out certain costs. You have your vendor hub as well, which is where you'll find any and all vendors, their contact information, their company information. You have PO financial information. This is going to give you a idea of what are the approved POs that you have in your system right now. You can add POs here. You can also export this to Excel to take a look at it as well. So it gives you kind of a breakdown of what's going on in terms of each of the POs you have for this particular project. So it gives you where it's related to and if there's any billings against it at that point. So it gives you a really broad overview of the POs. You also have your subcontract financial information, which is going to be any approved subcontracts that you have in the system right now, both their original subcontract as well as any subcontractor change orders. So you get a nice breakdown of what your balance in terms of subs are. This is also exportable to Excel as well, so it can be adapted into any kind of reporting that you need to do. You have open items you can get to from here, as well as project analytics. So we open up. Got your POs here. When you go into this section, you'll see you have all your current POs that are related to this. It'll give you their status, whether they're approved or pending or rejected. You can add these manually. You can import them from Excel. You can also copy from a previous PO, or you can add from a work order, a change proposal, a change order, or from any of your requests for proposals as well. And you can add from your project directory. So all those items can get added here. You add manually, and it'll open up like this. And you'll see you get to fill in all the information. You put in the vendor, who it's issued by, who it's authorized by, what any payment terms that you have, ship to address, and then you can put in each of the line items. You can also add or import these items as well, whether they be labor items, equipment items, work items, estimate items, or anticipated costs, or if you need to import a new job cost code. So all that can occur here. Procurement. And the other thing to take a look at is our subcontracts. So as you can see, we have all of our subcontracts here. If you open up the subcontract, you'll see it has all the information on if it's approved, what the subject matter of the work is, as well as if they've had any start and finish dates attached to it, and then any default percentages. You get approval status down here. Once again, if it's in draft mode, you can edit it. If it's not, you can't. Some of the actions you can do is you can copy this subcontract to make another one if you have like a similar item going on. You can also print the subcontract details as well. So you can set up default templates for these subcontract details as well. I'll just show you one quick in a PDF. And it shows up down here in the those files. Open that up. And you can see all the document name and description. And then if we want to edit this, you go under, here's where you can edit all the information. So it gives you your start date, and then you can also add in any actuals. That way, when you're kind of doing a deep dive into how the project went, you can also take a look at how closely related to your schedule it actually was. When you want to add a subcontractor, you just add here manually. So here it is. You can say whether it's related to a change order or a work order, issue date, keep it under pending until it's approved, give the subject matter, and then you have a scope of work. So you can enter in what their exact scope of work is. And then you fill in each of the items as well. That's how you get to do. We'll go back to procurement, we'll look at some bills, and then we'll look at some contractor change orders. So bills would be related to your POs. So as they come in, you would put them under the bill. You would relate it to these. And as you can see, it has all your comments, internal comments, approval and lock status, as well as what are being billed on this particular item and what it references for the PO. And then we have our sub invoices. So they can add these through their TeamLink portal, or they could send and you can enter them in via your admin. So it gives you a financial summary, what their original subcontract was, any approved change orders, and the revised. And then it tells you about your retainage as well, and any lien information. Those files can also be all linked right here as you get them. And you do original subcontract items. So here's the billing for that, for their first invoice, and that's how it'll come through. You guys can delete the import clip if you don't need that. And now that we're back on the procurement section, the last thing we'll look at is the subcontractor change orders. These are the subcontractor change orders. So these are any change orders that have gone through the change proposal process. So you would start them out as a change proposal that would get sent out for approval, and then once that's approved, you would put through the official change order to your subcontractor or to your client as well. So you have all these. Again, they're automatically numbered as they go along. It says what subcontract it's attached to, and it has whether it's approved or not, and then your total, so you know how much you have in change orders to your subcontractors. When you open it, it gives all the description, when it was issued, as well as you can look at the scope of work. And then it'll have any references to invoices, drawings, location. There's a request for information that calls it a spec section. And then you have your approved status as well. It has your accounting status, so whether you exported it yet or not. And then it gives you your SEO line items. Down here is just a summary of if it has financial and schedule impacts. And then you can link any files, whether it is the quotation or an email from them or an approval document that you received from your client. Any and all can be attached here as well. Your subcontractor will also have access to this section of Sage Construction Management when they add in their TeamLink. Thank you guys for your time. I hope this gave you a broader idea of the capabilities of procurement features for stage construction management. Bye.